Let's do a bit of lunchtime fishing. Got an hour for my dinner for once. So, we'll have a little chuck. Look at that, brambles. I'll have a little chuck. Try a jerk bait. A little bit of a slack here, but it looks like it's also got a bit of flow, so it's worth a chuck. Ooh. I fished here on Saturday, and Saturday was -3 with a 25 mile an hour wind, so absolutely freezing. And surprisingly, well, not surprisingly to me, I actually caught 5 pike. So that was my first pike fix of the year, and because I've not been fishing I didn't film, which is typical. So I thought, let's have a little go in with lunchtime, see if I can make a little video, see if I can catch a fish. Usually when I'm recording I don't catch anything, but we shall see. This spot used to be productive here, but because of how the river's changed, opposite you've got a hydro screw. And basically, you can see all that flow coming out there. Where I'm stood now used to be a slack spot, and now a slack spot's on the other side where that gentleman's fishing with his 2 rods in air. That's where the slack spot is. It's a bit steadier here, so I'll give it a go. But it's really changed what this river does and what it produces, or where it produces. So a really once productive spot is no longer as productive. I do catch fish here, but not as much. But it's worth a go. Just flick a low through, you never know. Pulling the line, not ideal when I'm fishing with a jerk bait, but I'll go a bit closer. You've got to try and keep that bow out of your line, keep in contact with your jerks. You can see how my low's wanting to go downstream. There's no actual slack here like there used to be, but sometimes a piker tucked in the edge. A lot of people cast to the horizon, you know, a la carp fishermen, but pike are often just tucked in the edge, so don't get too close to the edge and fish your lure right up to the edge, fish it right along the margins. You can see how I'm kind of changing position just to fish on different angles. I've got quite a bit of a undercut bank now because of that flow from that hydro screw opposite. This bank used to be shallow, but it's now a lot deeper. So clarity is good. Good for jerk baits anyway. The pike will know it's there. Yep. Aye! Damn you, Paul. That were a nice little fish as well. 10-pounder. That gets your heart going. So, like I say, it's a little bit deeper here than it used to be, which means I can fish it slower. Ah, I missed another. Damn. That's 2 in 2 casts. That's not good. Heart's jangling, so like I said, that's probably the same fish, but you can fish it really slow through here and let it sink and let it pause. Don't be in a rush with jerkbait sometimes, nice and slow if you can. That's why you different style jerk baits, fast sinks, slow sinks, suspenders and all that kind of thing. And that's just down there, you know, 2 or 3 foot down. Just check my hooks are fine. I've got some hooks. I just didn't hook up twice, unfortunately. One of them were, first one were a nice fish, I saw it. Second one might have been the same fish. What you can do now is you can obviously keep fishing, try different lures. You can rest it, come back to it, you can fish it from a different angle. Different angle often works when you've got a follower and you keep getting follows off the same fish. Fish it from a different angle and you often take them. But if you've had a fish take and kind of feel the hooks, it might not come back. Sometimes I do. Sometimes you catch a fish, put it back and catch it again. Same lure. Little PM lure's Little Johnny, and it is a small size, this one, but it's a little downsizer. It's got a bright orange tail, so they're going to see it. You can fish its flow. Little twitches and get that tail fluttering. See if I can get something to snatch at it. What I'll do is rest this spot and I'll come back to it. Have a few little casts with Little Johnny, see if I can catch a little jack pike or something, and then we'll go back to jerk baits, search this weir pool. Little flapper. Oh, it's in there. Come on, little kid. Knock off a little flapper. Come on, kiddie. Little Johnny. Yes. Cheers, kid. Thank you. Buster. Still a little bit of flow out there in the middle, so but I'll fish it anyway, just in case. I'm expecting the more to be slightly to my left here. Give it a go. So people ask me about line braid. Well, first of all, this is the Nano X braid that I've been using for quite a few years now. You can get this from my shop. It's £80, Nano X, and it's in chartreuse, so bright green. And people ask me, you know, does colour affect fishing? So what you can see here is I've got a bright green line. I can see where it is. I know you might think the fish can see it, but I'm telling you now, they're not bothered. But I can see where my my line is, so I'm casting upstream. There's some flow in the middle that's pushing my low down, so I can see a bow in my line, whereas I've got slack line. I can see where my low's drifting, you know, with the current, and it enables me to position my rod right. It allows me to realise that I need to pick up slack. You can even use it as a bite indicator. It'll, you know, if your line twitches, you'll see it. So a lot of lads like to use bright colours like this bright green because it's a visual aid to fishing. So don't worry about colour too much. Yep. Another little sniper. A little angry fella. Don't worry too much about colour, but I often use a bright colour like that, which, because it helps me see where my lure is. There you go, and a little feisty fella. Come on, kiddo. It's well up, so you know, if it wants to run, let it run. It's not middle of summer, so they're fine to run. Plenty of oxygen for them. Try not to rip its head off. It's a small fish. Got a big heavy rod. Obviously I'm not really targeting the smaller pike with this. I'm targeting any pike today, but you're not really targeting the small pike, so try not to rip its head off. Nice little fatty. Cheers, kiddo. Kiddo. Wet through. So as I was saying, fishing upstream there, a bit of flow, and this bright line helps me see where my line is, so that when I get down here, or whenever my bite comes, I'm still in contact with my line. Because that, you know, it's not a thunderous take. You're not getting your rod ripped out your hand on that occasion. You're just feeling a bit of a twitch, a bit of a change, a bit of a slight tug. And if you haven't got that slack line, you won't feel it. And by keeping that line tight, or at least in contact as you can, you're going to directly be in contact with a strike. And also, I'm working a jerkbait at distance as well. So if I've got a lot of slack line, when I'm trying to make the low jerk, so the action of my reel, the crank of my reel, or the flick of the rod tip, instead of making my low work, I'm just flicking slack line. I'm not actually affecting my lure. So by keeping in contact with your lure with that direct straight line, you're making your lure do what you want it to do. And then in this case, it's side to side jerks and noises and stuff. So yeah, chartreuse, £80 is good for your heavy setup. Slowly working my way around, if you notice. I probably shouldn't have gone as far as that actually, but I should have worked halfway in between. But you can see I'm slowly working my way around. I should have cast half that distance and covered in front of me first, but just in case there's a pike here, rather than catching a pike out there and then scaring this pike closer. That's my theory that I always like to stick to. Today I forgot. Speed it up, slow it down, pauses. Try to think about your sink rate of your lure if you're pausing it. How fast is it sinking? Is it suspending? Is it floating? Where will it be in water? You know, am I okay to let it sink a little bit further and get right down? It's not deep out here, so I think I've actually tangled my lure. Oh! So my lure's coming in like that, and the pike's just come up and nailed it right at the edge, just so I'm going to lift up. It's only a small pike, it's probably about the same size as the one I just caught. That's crazy. So again, like I said, don't cast as far, cast that distance and fish in front of you, because you don't want to catch a fish right out there and spoil your swim. But looks like there's a few small pike. That first pike that I missed in that other little swim, that were a nice fish. You know, 10 poundish. But these are all small little snipers at the minute. I'm happy with anything, because like I say, it's my lunch break. Bonus fishing. Still in lockdown. Bloody COVID. Boris isn't letting us go anywhere else, not letting us fish far, so I've not been fishing anywhere. Like I said, Saturday was the first time I fished all year. Kind of getting the itch now. I want to catch a few fish. Because before you know it, the season will be closed again. Rivers will be over. And I'll be absolutely gutted. So I'm going to try and catch a few fish. Hey, it would be nice to catch a big fish. But I'll be happy with any fish. Pike on it, that little pike again. That's not a bad fish, it's about £6. He's back again, look. You probably can't see that, but let's see if we can do something right quick. It's not a massive fish, but I'm after catching fish, aren't I? So let's leave Buster there. I could try this again. I could use a smaller jerk. Maybe if I use this, I can flick it and slow sink it, because it's not far away. Tangled. Oh, it's just had to go and missed it. You numpty. How do you miss me lure? It's probably seeing me now. Might not come back now, I think it saw me. If I wasn't filming, I would have been stood back another 5 foot easy so he couldn't see me, but because I'm trying to film and capture the action in one, I'm kind of stood close to the water, but that goes against me when the fish comes right in it like this and it actually sees me, so probably missed my chance now.